Welcome back. A Spring of Hope is a great local organization started by a mother-daughter team that strives to help people around the world who need fresh drinking water. Here is Joanne Young to tell you all about it. Joanne, it is so good to see you. Welcome to our show. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. You have such a really cool cause here, and we're going to talk about it. A Spring of Hope. Tell us about it.
Okay. A Spring of Hope started back in 2005. My daughter and I took a trip to South Africa. She was 14 at the time. We were not going to do anything very special other than just go see the animals. I wanted to wait till she was a little bit older. We traveled a lot when she was younger, and I wanted her to experience something totally different. So South Africa came into play, and we went off to South Africa. We asked people to take us to a school, and both her and I thought we would go see a school, maybe about 40 kids. We brought stickers and crayons with us, and that was going to be, part of the trip. But so the place we were staying, which was called Royal Meloan, which was lovely, she had butlers waiting on her, and I said, no, this cannot be it. She has to see something different. So anyway, they arranged to have two people bring us to one of the local schools. These two people became very instrumental later. The lady's name was Sherry. She was an American, and her husband was Brendan. They came one day and they took us to a school. The school was called Beretta Primary in Acorn Hook, South Africa. We got there. What we thought we were going to see was not quite right. There was not 40 children, there was 1,200 children. We spent the afternoon visiting classrooms, visiting students. We gave out stickers and crayons and had a wonderful time. When we were leaving, we asked our guides, there was a big tank and it said JoJo on it. And I said, what is that? And Brendan said, that's where they store water for the school. I'm like, what do you mean they store water? He said, the school doesn't have any running water. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Okay,
Incredible.
so how did you go from that to where we are now?
She said, well, let's talk to Brendan. So the next day we talked to Brendan, and Brendan and Sherry said, Brendan, interestingly enough, was a water diviner. And he actually took 2 steel rods and he would find water on property. He found it on his property. And he said he could go back out there, take a look. We were then tasked to go home and figure out how to raise money to do this, what they call in South Africa, they're called boreholes. And so she had done tons of video, she edited it, she put it on the PSA that morning, and she started fundraising. And in 3 months, she raised $5,000.
Incredible, wow.
Yes, and her dad and I matched it. We sent $10,000 over to our new friends in South Africa and said, find Beretta water. So Brendan went back out to the site, there was no water anywhere. So he went down the road, and one day I got an email. He said, I think I found a place that looks like it'd be great, that we should drill there. He says, let me find out who owns the property. And as luck would have it, that particular piece of property belonged to the principal of the school.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's great.
And so she said, go ahead and drill, which he did. They set up the drills. First one they drilled down, they got water, wasn't enough, they drilled again. She then deeded over that property to the school so that long after she's passed, Beretta Primary children will still have water.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, that's a nice, inspiring story.
Incredible, yes.
Yeah,
okay,
fantastic.
so we move forward. So Beretta gets water.
Right.
Beretta's gardens are growing. We're getting emails, pictures of the gardens, and my daughter says, we must go back. I said, go back where? She said, to South Africa. I said, no. That's once in a lifetime trip.
Yep.
No, we got it. And now she's going to be a sophomore in high school. And she said, no, let's take some kids back and go. So we do. We take a group of students. They were film students that year from North Broward. We go back and we film a documentary. And that was the beginning. The kids then come back to the U.S. We sit in the living room and they all say, we can do this again. I said, do what again? They said, we can do another well. And I said, this is crazy. No, we can't do another well. One is enough. This is good. You guys did great. And they talked me into it. So our attorneys were in Philadelphia. We contacted our attorneys and they did all the paperwork. It's a long process to get a 501c3.
Right.
It got passed we became a corporation in 2007. And we became a nonprofit in 2008 because I said if I'm going to be, asking my friends for money, they all want a tax write-off. So that's how it started. And over the years, those first few years, we maybe did 1 borehole, maybe 2. We teamed up with Rotary Fort Lauderdale. They gave us some money. Just slowly we went on. 2010, we did a contest with Chase Community Giving. And it's a long thing, but it was a platform on Facebook and we had to get votes. Anyway, it was a 5-week process. We ended up finishing 3rd. We got $100,000 from Chase, and that changed everything. All of a sudden, the schools that were in line to get wells, we could do drilling. So that was a game changer for us. And then last year was our first year of doing a Spring of Hope Gala, which is called the Power of Hope. And last year we had the South African ambassador come in. He was our guest of honor. and we raised just under $100,000. So this past summer, I was there. We did 7 boreholes. We're about to do 3 more this month. So we have just finished our 25th well. So our little grassroots organization has grown to 25 we call them partner schools.
You'd say it's doing quite well, if you want to make the pun.
We are,
yes.
Yeah, we are just amazed with the success that's happened, and it's been a gift.
And you have an upcoming gala, The Power of Hope, right?
We do. It's going to be March 28th, and it's at St. Andrew's Country Club in Boca. And we are so excited because this year we have a very, very special guest, and her name is Maki Mandela. She's the oldest daughter of Nelson Mandela. She's coming in about a month, and she's going to be speaking about her late dad and his legacy. And we are just thrilled to have her as our guest.
Well, that's amazing. So if people want to go, if they want more information, how can they do that?
You can go to our website, which is aspringofhope.org, and there's information there to buy tickets, to buy tables, and we hope everyone can come out and celebrate.
All right, Joanne, it was great to meet you, and best of luck with what you're doing. It sounds amazing.
Thank you, Dave, so much.
All right.
All right.